Come on aboard as we explore the Jeanneau 895 Sport Series 2. We're going to be going through the layout of this great adventure boat. We're going to start outside in the cockpit, which is really where the boat is built around. We're going to go into the salon, the helm, and check out the accommodations. I'm Dave, a former boat captain and a proud owner of a Jeanneau 1095. Welcome to Echo Zulu Cruising, where we make finding, owning, and enjoying your boat easy. The Sport Series combines all that outdoor utility you find on the Jeanneau Leader Series, which is really built for the outdoors, with that cabin salon that you have in the Weekender, like our Jeanneau 1095. So the Merry Fisher Weekender, it's got the enclosed cabin, and the Leader has that outdoor space. The Sport Series seems to take the best elements of both of those to combine them in a really unique package. I've never been on the 895 before and really like the layout starting in the cockpit. The cockpit itself has some really great functionality in the Series 2. We have these benches that are all able to fold, so you can have them out seated like I am right now, or you can have them folded away. That gives a lot of deck space and open deck space.
I want to thank Lucy from Dunbar Yachts for doing all the heavy lifting on this boat tour. Stick around to the end for specs and pricing on the 895 Sport Series 2, as well as my full transformation to Ted Stryker from the 1980 classic airplane.
The outdoor galley with the bench folded away, it's really convenient. The outdoor galley has a stove and a sink built in, so you have that access outside. You can grill looking out over the water, and you have the bench seat when you're docked. Series 2 have really nice functionality on all the boats that we've been on. There's multiple cup holders in places, and when you look at the Sport, you can tell it's built for adventure. It's got railings everywhere, it's got handholds, it's got the roof rack, so you have a lot of that utility built right in. It's more space than we have on our 1095 on a smaller boat. In addition to the galley, you have the bait tank on the side, so you can open that up. You have bait for fishing if you want that right on board. There's storage on board this boat that does not have the gas grill. There's storage in what would be a propane locker, as well as storage underneath the bench seat that's in the cockpit. There's handholds on either side, speakers, lights, just really well laid out. In addition, when you look at the side, there's the full-size gate access on the side, so you can exit and enter on the side. On our 1095, it's a lot smaller. It's not fully walk-through, so that's a really nice feature on board that has that accessibility off the stern or off of the starboard side. If you're into fishing, which I barely understand, this boat's really laid out and has several features that make fishing really accessible on board. You've got the bait tank that's by the stern, and there's the freshwater hose right there to wash down. In addition, you have the rocket launchers across the top, so you can have the rods, rod holders, and it's just really well designed, really thoughtful layout. The boat's powered by twin 250 horsepower Yamahas, so you're plenty of get up and go. I'm a big believer in having two engines anytime we go offshore, so any boat I've looked at, I really gravitate towards two engines because I like having the redundancy in case something happened. And then down below you have the storage in the lazarette, which is where the generator is, but it's also where you have some of the storage where you can keep some of your outdoor supplies down below, or up on the roof rack, which is designed for hauling your boards and other gear. You can even put a luggage rack up there if you wanted. So with the handholds, storage in the lazarette, this is really that adventure boat that can have all your supplies stored on board to use wherever you go. With a versatile cockpit space, there's space if you're into scuba diving, if you're into water sports and you want to go windsurfing or skiing behind the boat. You have a lot of accessibility that you can just launch right from this kind of adventure staging area. And it transforms into a great entertainment area where you have the benches down, you have a table in place, so it has that versatility. But a great thing about the boat is you have this area which can be multifunction, and when we go up on the bow, there's a great seating area. People often ask me, like, why do you spend so much time talking about Jeanneau's? We own a Jeanneau 1095, and I find it a really versatile and well-designed boat. It was a great boat for us to kind of keep learning on and introduce my wife to boating. Our broker at Dunbar Yachts, who helped us select our boat and outfit it, is also really generous in helping us get on other boats so I can crawl around and compare boats. I'm proud to say that they're sponsoring this video, so you can check out the link to their website They help me, so I'm happy to endorse them and recommend them. So check them out, check out the boats they have. Hopefully you can find the boat that you want. So let's head up to the bow and check out that bow seating, which also has some great versatility and entertainment functions. The bow seating area on the 895, it really has some nice accessibility. You can walk down the starboard side on the recessed walkway. The Sport and Weekender models both have offset cabins, so you have one side with good access and good flow fore and aft. Starboard side on board this boat. Port side, there's narrower access if you're going down, but you really have that access moving up. It's recessed. And up at the bow, there's really nice entertaining space. There's seating that's all around. They have the cup holders built in. They're really functional. So one of the things on the 1095, our cup holders on the bow just can barely hold anything here. They're nice, deep, and recessed. There's padding along the railing where you're able to lean back and sit on it, as well as those kind of sturdy railings so you're able to have the handholds as you're moving fore and aft. There's the nice table where you can entertain up here and seating for 4 or 5 very comfortably. There's also an option for a sun pad where you can have the table removed and put in a sun pad insert so that you can just lay out and stretch out on the bow area. But it's really nicely designed, and I really like the windshield. It's a cool looking single piece windshield that I really like the vertical or cantilevered angle on it so that you're able to kind of protect it from the sun, and there's not a big dashboard that gets tons of sun throughout the day, but has this little overhang. But it's a really neat looking feature from the interior as well as it looks sharp from the exterior. The entertaining area at the bow really allows some versatility on board. If you have the cockpit set up for your adventure, you can come relax up at the bow and still have plenty of seating. If you have multiple people on board, you're able to have some congregate at the front, some congregate at the aft, and really spread out on board with easy flow back and forth between those areas, as well as access to the salon through the side door at the helm or the aft door into the cockpit. Let's keep looking throughout the 895 and look at the features in the salon and the helm and down below. We'll give you all the specs as well, so come on. When you move into the salon, the signature windows bring in all the light. In fact, there's so much light I had to put the shades behind me to keep there from being too much glare. But one of the things that's so great about all the Weekender or Merry Fisher series is the light kind of being let in, but you still have your protection from the elements. You've got the AC or heat if you need that. So it's this really nice layout, kind of taking all the features into this really compact package. Just like on our Merry Fisher 1095, the 895 Sport has the salon door right at the helm. The side door really makes docking easy, and it makes the whole boat access. You can move forward or move aft right from the helm. So it's really nice to have that circulation with that door. Another feature we love on the 895 Sport is that the helm seat can actually turn, so you're part of the salon, you're part of the table. It really gives another seating area. We added a swivel seat on our 1095. I love that it's standard now on the Series 2 boats because it really makes the seating more accessible for everyone. The 895 Series 2 Sport has the refrigerator right under the helm seat, so you have access right there. Moving aft, there's some of the cabinets and storage, as well as microwave that's right in the small galley area. This boat doesn't have a cooktop because you have it out on the grill, but that's an option to have either an electric or a propane cooktop in the galley. The salon table has comfortable seating for 3, with the captain's seat adding a 4th spot for seating inside. The forward salon seat can either be aft facing to have access to the table, or it adjusts so that you're forward facing and raised a little bit so you can look forward as you're moving. So one of the nice features on the Merry Fishers is this kind of versatility that you have in the salon. If you get any value from our videos, please like and subscribe. Give us your thoughts on what features you want to know about on any of the Merry Fisher boats. We'll try and find out for you. Your liking and subscribing really helps tell YouTube that people enjoy this content. There's plenty of ventilation in the salon. You have the door that opens on the side. You have the window that opens by the salon table, and you have a really large sunroof that lets in light. You can block that off, but you can open it up and let in the air. So you have that air circulation, or you have the air conditioning depending on what your needs are. The 895 Sport is 28 feet long. It draws about 2 feet 2 inches, so you can get in just about anywhere. It's got twin 250 horsepower engines. This boat comes with AC as well as a generator, the shore power. So it's a really nicely outfitted boat. It's listed for $345,000 US to give you kind of a little sense of what this type of boat costs. The helm of the 895 Sport Series 2, really nicely laid out. This boat comes with a zip wake trim tabs. It comes with your bow thruster, so you have really great maneuverability. It's twin engine outboards. These are Yamahas on this boat. So you have the controls all centrally located. You have your marine radio up on the side. You have your tunes you can blast right by, and the Yamaha engine control. So really functional helm. Everything's laid out right in front of you, very similar to what we have on the 1095. The switches look like they're an upgrade from what we have on our boat. I like the full cup holder that's also right on board. But the seat being able to turn, you can move the bolster up and down, so you can choose to be standing, or when you're seated, there's a nice footrest to be able to be comfortable when you're underway. And the helm door, it's one of the things I've just loved. I would expect that on any boat that I've had on the future is you want to have that inside-outside access. It makes it really easy to operate. You got the Garmin display, which is a nice option on board, and there's a small kind of spot to put a phone down below, like a little, it's like the back of an airline seat, so it's a little pocket to hold some of your gear. Something that sticks out to me about the 895 Sport is the windshield, and it's single piece. I really like the kind of backward cantilevered angled on it. Really good view outside. Really like the twin windshield wipers, but it's a really nice layout and maximizes the space that you have on board. Moving down below, we've got 2 separate cabins. The forward cabin is at a slight angle, but it's plenty of space for me. I'm about 6 foot to lay down in. On the port side of the forward cabin, there's a closet. There's storage on the side by the bed, as well as some shelves above that on the port side. Moving aft, there's a cabin that's underneath the Salon. There's good headroom to sit on that, and it's good and spacious. So you have the headroom to make it feel comfortable. There's a shelf above you in that forward cabin. Both spaces have room to stand in, depending on your height. You can change and dress in either space. In the midship cabin, there's a bench also for getting ready. In the head, there's a wet shower with access if you need that. The sink, a mirror. It's not overly large. There's some storage down below the sink. I personally prefer to have a separate shower. It's one of the reasons we got the 1095 instead of the 895s. The shower's separate. But for a boat this size, it packs everything in, and it's not something you'd really be able to find in a boat under 30 feet. This is a great boat with all that versatility, both the living space, the entertaining space, and then the adventure outdoor space. There's a lot to love about this boat that's designed for adventure, has a lot of versatility. It's a boat that I'm surprised how much space it feels like it has on board, really smart layout. If you want to learn more about boats like this, check out Dunbar Yachts. You can check out the boats they have, and if you want advice on a boat, give them a call. They're great to work with. They helped me buy my boat. You can also check out some of our boat tours. Here's a link to that below. So Dunbar Yachts, Echo Zulu Cruising. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave. Until next time, have fun, be safe, be happy.